I get nervous whenever I'm in the camera because I don't know how to talk. I don't even know how to talk to people. I'm like the most awkwardest person you will ever meet. The most awkward. Hey guys, welcome back. It's been 2 years, 3 years since I last posted, and a lot has happened since I last posted. I mean, like a freaking lot. But this video, I'm going to just get ready, talk with you guys, and show you guys my favorite products that I love to use when I do my makeup. I hardly ever do my makeup anymore. Why? I don't know. But I will explain more of me throughout the video. So let's go ahead and start getting ready. Okay, so I just got out of the shower, as you can tell. So I'm gonna do my skin. I don't really do much to my skin. I hardly take care of it. I hardly get pimples. What I start off is with the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid. So I just shake her up. And I just put like 2 dots on my face. Oh shoot. Oh. And just rub it in. And then I just like to like pat it in my face. I'm also sunburned. I'm like super sunburned everywhere. This tan line I have is like no bueno. It's disgusting. I wore one of those bathing suits that like go over your head. Nasty. My face is sunburned a little bit. I got a tan line from the goggles that I wore. And then I use this Burst Gentle Retinol Serum. This little bottle. I usually mix these, or I use like one each day, one in one like each day. This Hey Honey Good Morning Honey Silk Facial Serum. I put it on like the most dry spots on my face. I don't know how to exactly use these products like really good. Well, so like if you know, help your girl out. But the dry parts of my face is usually like my cheeks, my chin, and my upper lip. So I'll just put it there. So now to get into my makeup. I'm currently on the floor filming because I got an apartment 2 years ago. It's been here 2 years. Wow, 2 freaking years I've been here. And I don't have anywhere to film. Like, I didn't think I would film again. I kind of just like gave up with it because your girl's not creative. I'm gonna start with my eyebrows. My eyebrows, still to this day, I don't know if I've ever said in any of my videos, I do my own eyebrows and I always mess up. So this one's thinner than this one. It's stupid. I don't know why I never learn. And I say that every time I do them. But I love using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the color Dark Brunette. I usually get, I think it's brunette, but this is the only thing they had, so I kind of just like go light with it because it's super dark. But also my hair is super dark, like my roots, so I don't think that matters. So I just brush them up. I've used this for like years now because it's my favorite. And I usually outline the bottom. I'm trying to do it as light as I can because it's so dark. So what inspired me to start making videos again is I do those trends, like those makeup trends or like those transition trends that like with your makeups you look busted and then poof, you're all ready and prettied up. I do those trends, and that kind of inspired me because I said I wanted to keep going with YouTube, but I was really going nowhere because, again, I didn't know what to put out. And your girl is boring, just a regular basic person. But this is fun. I like doing makeup. I don't do it as much as I used to anymore But when I do it, I'm like, ooh, why did I stop? But I don't do it as much anymore because I have 2 children now. 2 children. I went from 1 to 2. I have a little 7-month-old. Today turned 7 months on the 13th. So I hardly have time to do anything for myself anymore. But when I do, I usually like take the time to take care of myself or like do things for myself, like small things. Usually more it's like cleaning up. That usually keeps me busy. Or I'll do my makeup and like take you pics. A lot with me has changed down to the person that I was before to now is like drastically changed. I think, in my opinion. Well, I live with myself every day, so I see a huge change, and with things like personally, and somewhat physically. Your girl got big. She a little thick. A little too thick, I would say. So now I'm just doing the other eyebrow. I can never get my eyebrows the same. And this video is gonna be of me like going back and forth between conversations because I cannot, for the life of me, stay on one topic. So forgive me for that too. I think me as a person, I've changed physically, personally, like within myself. Obviously my whole life has changed now that I have 2 kids. It's not just one anymore. I have to take care of 2 little babies, 2 little humans, and try to keep myself sane. So that's like a full-time job. I also still work at the same job that I've had for about 3-4 years, which I truly like to work at. A lot of obstacles have came my way. I feel like that's helped me become who I am today. Really like life-changing obstacles and lessons, I guess you would say. Lessons meaning like people coming into my life, you know, showing me who they are. People coming into my life like giving me lessons, I guess. And old people that have been in my life showing their true colors. So that's really changed me as a person as well. I'm not as open as I used to be. Well, a little bit. I'm learning still. Now I'm just gonna conceal my eyebrows. I always use the Maybelline Fit Me. That's like my favorite concealer ever. I use it in the shade 20 Sand with just like a little flat brush. It's like good and bad changes. Good changes meaning like I'm more aware of red flags. So as soon as I see a red flags, and that's with like friends, family, like anybody, red flag, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm very observant. It's now quiet because my AC turned off, so if you ever hear that noise, it's my AC. But I observe a lot. Like people might not see that, but I just like sit back and like can literally like read you. Not all crazy. Like no, I can feel people's energy. You know, I pick up on that a lot. I don't trust easily. That kind of sucks because I'm more like, I'm an understanding person. Like I try to see the good in people. I used to try to see the good in people. So that would get me in a lot of trouble because I would give the wrong people like too many chances. This turned into like a venting. But no, I'm like telling you guys about my life, whatever. Because it's been like freaking 2-3 years I haven't posted. But yeah, it's like, it's crazy to me. I don't know. It's crazy the stuff that I go through. And you know, I do hold myself accountability because like I put myself in that position, but I'm also like glad I went through that because if I wouldn't go through that, the stuff that I went through, I literally don't know where I'd be right now. And I'm saying this like just straight out because I really would not know where I would be. it's kind of made me stronger in a way. Yeah, I don't easily trust people anymore. What I do a lot was right away, like somebody I make like a new friend, or like somebody I talk to, whether it be like a boy, a new friend, just anybody, I would right away like tell them everything about me. And I feel like not many people should like get that access to you, because, you know, first of all, because of their like intentions. What are your intentions? Like, are you here to be like a lifelong friend? You know, I get that you can live your life, people come and go, whatever. But now I've gone through that already. Like, people come in and out of my life, and now I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, if you're gonna be in my life, like, you're gonna have a purpose in my life. If you're not benefiting me, like, you don't need to be in my life. If we're not benefiting each other, like I try to make time, but it's just like personal things that get me like, oh shoot, like, okay, no, like, let's not do that. Or like, I think of bad of any situation I'm in, and I hate it, because like, that's one of the downsides of like the stuff that I went through. I don't trust as easy. My eyebrows aren't perfect, but whatever. So yeah, I do that. Then I'm gonna head to using my Prime Water. This is my favorite. I've never used it. I'm gonna just be honest, I've had all this makeup for like ever. I use the same makeup and it's like worked wonderful for me. So I'm just gonna spray this on my face. I'm gonna use this to pat it in. Basically what I'm trying to get at is that I don't trust as easy. It's very hard to me to open up to someone now. And when someone like wants me to open up, I'm like, no, because I've had people use like me opening up and like telling them about me. I've had them use that against me, and that's like my biggest fear, for like someone to use that against me. And it's happened before, so it's happened plenty of times actually. So that kind of sucks. But there's a lot of personal things that I'm going through and that I go through on my own. I decide to go through on my own because I feel like telling somebody is not worth it. It's just like, you know, like stressed out, stuff like that. Like, I do ask for help for my kids. I'm grateful for the family that I have, because my sister helps me a lot. But it's just like goals that I like to do. Like, I'm really hard on myself, and I'm learning to like not be hard on myself, because there's no point in being hard on myself, because I usually just beat myself up, like beat myself up to where I'm like, dude, like, you need to chill. Like, I'm over here having my own things, like there's little things I should be grateful for. I'm like beating myself up about it, because I'm like, no, I want bigger, I need bigger. But I just have to like slow myself down and be like, okay, chill. Like, you're here, you know. Like a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I was like depressed, like the worst I've ever been. And like recently I've gone back to that place, but I helped myself get out of that because I've gone through it. So it was kind of easier this time around to like get over what had happened to me. I'm using for my foundation the Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation in 50 WY. This is my favorite foundation. There's stuff like I want to change. I'm changing with like my kids, with me. It's crusty and dusty. Sorry. And just a lot of things I should be grateful for. I am grateful for. Very thankful for any help I receive from anybody. Very grateful for, you know, waking up, everything. I'm very grateful for a lot. And it was hard to me. Oh my god, why does it look bad on camera? I think because I've gotten darker. Holy. Excuse that. We're gonna excuse the foundation, because what the... I mean, it kind of looks the same color, but I don't know what's going on here. I think it's because yesterday I was out in the sun like almost all day. So excuse that. At this point in my life, I'm just gonna fast forward because I don't even remember what I'm talking about. Fast forward to now, I'm like trying to like live my life, you know, like just live in the moment, live right now. and try not to worry about, what if, or worry about anything really. It's just like, I believe in God's plan, so wherever he takes me is where I know I'm meant to be. And I've been really into like the spiritual stuff. So like the astrology, your horoscope, like your sign, your zodiac sign, and how it defines you. I'm really into that stuff. I've gotten into that stuff. And that's one of the things that helped me, get through what I was going through. It kind of helped keep me busy. But at the same time, like, help me be like, okay, like, how I handle situations. Not entirely everything. Like, oh my God, okay, this happened. Let me go read my horoscope and see what it says. Okay, let's do it this way. No, like, okay, like, it kind of makes sense. Like, just read and be like, oh, okay, like, this is why this is happening. I believe in that stuff heavy, so. This makes me look ashy because of how dark I've gotten. Oh my God. My kids obviously help me a whole bunch. They keep me on my toes. They keep me busy as well. Just trying to be in the moment instead of worrying about my past. I've gotten over that. So there's like, I've been like manifesting. So what I've don't know if you can say it. I don't know if that'll like screw it up, but like it's happening. It's happening. I feel it happening, and it's like so crazy to me because I remember just like months ago, like crying and like hoping I was in a better spot. Like I literally like prayed. I manifested to like become somebody better. Take all like my worries away. Get over my past. Stop talking about my past because like. My whole situation, I would talk about my past a lot and I would bring it up a lot, and like that didn't help me. Like I wanted to forget about it, and me talking about it all the time helped me forget about it, but also brought back like those memories I didn't want back. So I basically manifested for like peace and like clarity, just things to like help me get over that stuff, and it's like came into like full effect. Using the same concealer to conceal my eyes. I do this thing where you just do like the inner corner and then like up here it's supposed to like lift. I don't know, I saw TikTok. Yeah, it's like came in effect, and it's so crazy because I was just like sitting there one day and was like, like I used to be crazy. Like, okay, let me get a little personal. I used to be like crazy over my ex. Like, the things that I've done is like embarrassing to even talk about now because I'm like, bro, like, I really didn't have to. I was doing the most. Let me say that. I really did not have to do all that. And like, for that, I manifested that to like get over the situation, whatever, yada yada. And like, I was just like sitting there one day and like, dude, like I just snapped that I'm like over that. Because before I would constantly think about the stuff that's happened between us. I would think about what had happened years ago, why we like split it. And I would get mad. Like I would get mad all over again just thinking about it. And like now I'm kind of just like, hey, like I'm not thinking about it anymore. Like it's not bothering me. I think about it and I'm like, I just laugh like, what the So I believe in that stuff. That stuff's helped me. I do believe in God as well. And I also believe like of the astrology stuff, horoscope. I haven't gotten into crystals yet. I want to get into crystals. Just because I've heard like they help, like it's a natural thing. I don't want to mess with the moldavite and stuff like that because I am not mentally prepared for that. I'm going to set using the Laura Mercier translucent. I just bought this translucent. I wasted my other one. And I haven't gotten a new one since, but now I got a new one finally. And I forgot why I loved her. Because it's so good. So from then, when I last recorded was like 2019, I think, or 2018. One of them. I was still living back in my mom's, still with my son. Not really knowing like how I wanted to live my life. Like, I was still, 18, 19? kind of, I would say, stuck. Like, I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know what to do. I was going to school, but I don't know what happened. I stopped going to school. I was going to college. It was like an online school, but it was like pretty good. I feel like if I would have kept going, I would have been somewhere now. The more that I was going to school, I was really like not interested in that field I was going in. So I was just like, kind of gave up on it, whatever. Like, literally, it took me 2 years to figure out. I moved out in 2019. So yeah, I've been out of there for like 2 years. So since then, I've kind of gotten like a feel of living on my own with my kid. So then is what helped me, like, you know, sit and think about like, hey, you know, like, what should I want to do? You know, I'm still young and I'm still like learning things, and like I still have a lot to live, but also it's like I'm young. I have 2 kids now. I don't want to keep going through like childish whatever. Like, I just want at this point peace, and that's what I'm getting. So, you know, I'm fine with being on my own, because I have that mentality, like, you know, I've done things on my own and I don't really need anybody. But, you know, like, wanting somebody is pretty, it sounds nice. But I just keep that back in my head, like, oh, chill, like, you're on your own. You're doing good. You're doing great, sweetie. I had my second son in November. It was crazy finding out how I was pregnant. Like, I was not expecting it at all. It was just a crazy situation. But I'm very grateful that he came into my life. Because he's helped me change a lot, you know. He's helped me realize a lot. You know, when I had my first son, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Face HD Matte Press Powder. What shade, I couldn't tell you because it broke off. I just use this to bronze my face. My first son, I was 16 at the time. 16 and pregnant. Crazy, right? I was 16, so I didn't really know much about, you know, pregnancy, raising a kid, like raising somebody else. I was barely, you know, like raising my own self. And, you know, I was young, I was dumb. I don't regret my decision. I didn't know anything. Let me get back to that story. I didn't know anything, so like, it was very hard. Like, I remember my pregnancy being very hard. Also, the partner that I was with wasn't very much, we weren't the greatest when I found out I was pregnant. But, like, I was very young, you know, I didn't know much. So, like, I was always frustrated. I was always, like, I remember just being mad all the time and, like, I didn't know how to deal with, like, my emotions and, like, the hormones and, like, it was just, like, all new. Like, I was very confused on what was going on with my body. Like, you know, you didn't know. I didn't know. So, I'm sorry, like, I do think back to it and I'm like, bro, like, it's crazy because, like, my body was going through changes and I didn't even know how to handle it. Like, I would cry to my mom and just, like, tell her, like, I didn't want to do it anymore. Like, how does she go through it with, you know, like, 5 kids and, like, me, I'm over here struggling with, like, 1. But, like, raising kids is not hard. Whether you have 1 kid, whether you have 5 kids, it's hard no matter what. Like, whether you have your life planned out, like, no matter what, raising kids is hard. But, like, now it's helped me from then, like, learning from when I had my first son to now, it's, like, helped me so much because, like, I already knew what to expect. You know, I was more aware of, like, my hormones changing and, like, my emotions. So I kind of, like, this pregnancy was kind of smooth, I would say. It was hard and smooth. Hard because of, like, obviously being pregnant is not easy. But it was smoother. Like, I didn't have anything to worry about. I wasn't always stressing. I mean, I was stressing a little bit because of, like, financial reasons, but I wasn't as bad as I used to. So like the only difference was that I have to raise 2 kids now. So like being pregnant and still raising my son, my first son, it was kind of hard because, you know, I was like trying to prepare for all of that. So like any situation that I would do, I'd be like, okay, well, let me see, like try to do it, my mindset at least, try to do it like if my son was here, my son in my stomach, like if he was here. But it was kind of hard like thinking about it because I'm like, dude, he would throw fits sometimes. My first son, my firstborn, would throw fits sometimes, and I'd be like, okay, like I don't know how I'm gonna do it. But I'm kind of glad it's been 5 years that I've gotten pregnant. The second, like I waited, my son's 5 now, and my son's 7 months now, my youngest. So I'm kind of, it's a good time period, I would say. I feel like this time it was easier now that I'm older and like understand everything and like know what's going on. I'm gonna use the Golden Flower Crown, the Wet n Wild highlighting powder. Just spray some setting spray and use it. I would say the only difference is just now I have 2 kids. And that's so crazy to me because like I never imagined me with 2 kids. But they've helped me a lot, you know, shaped me who I am too as well. Now it's just like personal issues that I gotta go through that I'm working on, and I'm glad that I'm working on because I used to be in denial. Like I used to be like, no, there's nothing wrong with me, like this is who I am. But I'm like, who I was not okay. Oh, I forgot to contour my nose. I usually contour my nose with oh, I'm also gonna use this ColourPop Afternoon Delight pressed powder bronzer and use it to like define my cheeks a little more. Yeah, these products I've had forever, but they're my favorite products. Like I cannot bring myself to buy anything else. I'm always like, maybe I should try something new, and then whenever I go to buy more makeup, I'm like, buys the same thing. But I don't mind because they go well with my skin. That's the motto for now, just like live in the moment, be grateful for everything right now. I try not to stress myself out as much because y'all, oh my gosh. So back to the like knowing what I know now from then, pregnancy edition, I guess you would say. Oh my god, I've never like lost hair. I've always had a bald spot right here, but I've never like had those problems, I guess, or I wasn't aware of them. But oh, my hair is like shedding like crazy, and I'm like 7 months postpartum, so a lot of changes, a lot of freaking changes that I'm like, bro, I don't like these changes. They're scaring me. I've also struggled with that a lot, you know, my body, everything, because I used to be a twig. I mean, like, stick, no boobs, no butt, like nothing. To like having some, like getting thick. I've never been this thick before, so I'm like, excuse me, I don't know how to deal with all this. But I used to be like super insecure about it. Obviously because like I was so used to seeing myself like super skinny. Oh my god, I don't even know what I did here. Like now that I've had my first son, I was getting, you know, bigger, and like after my second son, I like just blew up. Like this is the biggest I've ever been. But like I've learned to like love it because, you know, I'm a little thick. Let me say that. I got some shape to me a little bit. I'm not all freaking twig anymore. But I've struggled with that a lot. My body. And I hated it because I was always like, how come, before I was so skinny and I was always complaining. Like, how come I'm not skinny? Oh my god, I'm so fat. And I'm like looking back like, girl, you were skinny the whole time. Now you're big and now you're complaining? Why? But yeah, it's pretty crazy the changes that I've gone through since the last time I posted. Like, who am I? I don't even know if I'm gonna post this or not. This is just to get myself started, you know, bring confidence to myself. I don't know. But those TikToks have really helped me. I'm not even gonna lie, they've really helped me. I'm always like, I love doing those TikToks. They're so cute. I was gonna do one right now, but I forgot to record the other ones. My favorite blush of all time. This is like my favorite part because I love blush now. My cheeks have always been rosy, so like that was like my favorite part about me, that when I don't have makeup on, my skin wasn't as bad. Like I would just get like little bumps, like little pimples, I guess, but they would go away like in a couple of days or like the next day. So I like that I could wear just bare face because my cheeks were like natural blush, I guess you would say. But when I put on makeup, that's like my favorite thing to do, because obviously they like hide. It's still peeking through a little bit, but it would hide. But blush is like so cute to use. Who doesn't love blush? It just adds a nice little pizzazz to my makeup. And it's so cute. I like to put it on my nose because it just looks so cute. The blush that I use is the Wet n Wild Melon. Yeah, this too, it faded away. Yeah, I think it's Melon. So I'm just gonna take away this. I've been like obsessed with listening to music lately. That is like the one thing that's helped me forget about my problems. With listening to music and like just sitting there listening to music, like chilling, listening to music. I'm also blonde now. Did I mention that? I got blonde highlights. I need to go back and fix it because they're crazy. So my face is done. I don't know what I did with my contour. It looks redonkulous. But she's done. Yeah, I think I've said all my life changes, so I'm kind of just chilling out. We're getting close to the end of the video, and it's only been like 30 minutes. Wow. Proud of myself. I don't do anything crazy to my face anymore. Only when I'm going out, I do something crazy. But I hardly go out. So now I'm just gonna like see if I need to do touch up on my brows, because my brows are usually funky. No. I use the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, the long lasting one. This bottle. I don't like to spray that much. Just because I like the way it feels on my face, but and like it takes like, I feel like it looks like a difference already. So after this, I'm just gonna do my eyeliner, my mascara, and then peace out. My hair's probably gonna stay down because it's Sunday right now. I don't really need to do anything. I just gotta go pick up my children. The eyeliner that I use is the Maybelline Hyper Easy Brush Tip Liner in the shade Pitch Black. I like it. It's like a love-hate relationship with this eyeliner. I like it because it's so easy to use, but then I hate it because like it comes out a lot if you press down. Every time I say I'm gonna go for a cat eye look, it never happens. It's like the one where it's like curvy. I hate it, but that's all I have to do for now. And the mascara that I love to use is the Lash Sensational Luscious by Maybelline. Wait, can you tell the difference? Oh, my eyes are wonky as hell. Oh my god. How embarrassing. I'm already done with my makeup. I'm just gonna like fix my lips and everything, and I'll be right back. Okay, so your girl is back. I just fixed up my lips and put chapstick on because I don't wear lipstick that much. But I'm glad I sat down and made this video because it kind of gave me more confidence to do more videos. Hopefully. They probably won't be as often. Probably be like maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't know yet. But I want to get back into it because this is pretty fun. Kind of awkward at first, but as the video went, I was kind of warming up a little bit. And it's kind of weird because I'm like here by myself, like what am I scared of? But I'm putting this out and people love to judge. Not that I care, but it's like just the thought, like that's scary, you know? But thank you guys so much for watching, listening to me rant, I guess, listen to the little bit of insight of my life that I gave. Thank you for listening to my favorite products that I use. Yeah, just overall thank you. And to the like little bit of subscribers that I have, what it do. Thank y'all for still following me, even though I haven't posted in like 3 years. But your girl's back. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in another video. Hopefully, we're still trying to figure it out. But I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't. I promise I'm gonna try. I probably said that in the other videos. And then ghosted y'all for like 3 years. 2-3 years, whatever. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hope everyone has a good day. Great Sunday. Sunday today. I hope you'll have fun. Love yourself. Be confident. Love who you are. And have a great, awesome day.